I want to share some information today about the connections when using the REST server interface and our methods, test parameters, and group parameters. I have a StatiMat.ds program here, which is configured with a built-in auto count system for linear density measurements and capacitive evenness sensor for evenness measurements. This configuration allows us to have different method combinations in our tests. Like I have this one here, which is a count tensor evenness test parameter. So these test parameters, which are basically some recipe of the test you want to run. Here you can, depending on the configuration of the machine, combine several test methods. So, and here I have a linear density test, an evenness test, and standard tensile test planned. And I store this one into one parameter set. Depending on the used methods, I see in the group parameters that I now have the inputs of the test amount for these different methods. So here I can change the tests, like I want to make one linear density, one evenness, and 50 tensile tests, for example. And then I can put this into the testing order and start this test. When I use the REST server interface, basically the group parameter information will be imported from the server. That means when I have a dummy server here, and this one is just force. I have different configurations stored, so I load the count tensile evenness configuration. Sorry. And now you see here that the server provides the information for this combined tests, where I have 2 linear density tests, 2 evenness tests, and 50 tensile tests. So, and the product name is referencing a local parameter set which should match this combination of methods. So I have already copied the count tensile evenness test into a parameter set which is called POY100F40, like this product name. So when I now import the clear cut information from this dummy server, to catch the clear cut information. Yes. So then a temporary group is generated with this information and the reference to the POY100F40 test parameter. So we see in the group parameters, like desired, 2 count tests, 2 evenness tests, and 50 tensile tests, 2 to 50. Number of packages of 4 selected packages. And when we have a look into the test parameters, into this recipe, which is referenced, this is the information we already defined in this parameter set. This is not coming from the server. But we have this combination of linear density test, evenness test, tensile test to match the inputs of the amount of tests that is passed from the server information. And this is similar in other Textechno testers. Not every tester has the possibility to make method combinations. For example, the Textomat has also different test methods, but they cannot be combined due to the fact that there is a magazine involved, which, for example, for the shrinkage test is put into hot water, and for another method it's not, so it cannot be combined on one magazine. So you have also different method options, which should be possible to send from the server, but not in combination. So there's, depending on the tester, there are different possibilities. So in which methods are possible from which tester for the REST server? A solution is also in the documentation list. So you see, for example, the Textomat has the crimp contraction, stability, and shrinkage methods, which have the code MEAS, crimp contraction and shrinkage. And we saw now in the example the Statimat DS with tensile test, count test, evenness. And here we have these three keys representing these columns in the server software. Yes, I hope I could clarify a little bit the connections between these parameters and methods. Otherwise, you can contact us every time. Thank you. Bye bye.